I believe in this tape is the handiest drill that there is. It'll help your game quicker than anything I teach you. It's a beauty. Well, does that remind you of you? You know, a lot of times when you're trying to hit those fairway woods, especially the long irons, you have nothing but trouble either hitting the ball thin, topping it, or hitting behind it. And believe it or not, even in my, if you call them glory days in the 70s, I had the kind of swing, I had trouble hitting it a little thin and a little heavy all the time. And it wasn't until I really adopted a very level swing, I call it sort of my Peter Jacobson level swing, and incorporating the brush drill that I have been doing for about 15 years now, that I got out of that. And now I don't have any trouble hitting the ball. I hit it crisp every time, it seems like, because I've worked on this drill for so many years. And I'd like to show you this brush drill, this level drill. You can see you don't want that to happen to you right there. But let's take a look at this right here. I tell people, if you can't brush it, you can't play. I mean, it's that easy. If you get up over the ball and you take your practice swings, watch this, I'm right here, and you take your practice swings and you're back here, see where that brush was? Back here, and then you get up and expect to hit the ball well, you can just forget it. You've already missed it before you hit it, okay? There's no miracles that are going to happen usually when you get over the ball. That's why it's so important that when you get over the ball, that when you take your practice swing or half swing, that your brush, can you see how that brush was right where it was supposed to be? Right? Perfect. It just started right there, right even with the ball, and brushed afterwards. This brush drill, I believe, in this tape is the handiest drill that there is. It'll help your game quicker than anything I teach you, because it's so important. You know, a lot of times you get on the driving range, and maybe the range, on this range, it looks like feels like it's tilted about that much from this way to this way. Well, after 6 or 8 balls, I adjust to that, and boy, I start hitting them flush as can be. And then I go on to the first hole, and I drive it right down the middle, and my first lie, the ball's sitting this way a couple inches, and the next hole it's that way, the next hole it's this way, next hole it's whatever, and you're hitting it fat and thin, and you think you're choking. You're not choking, it's just that you haven't learned to adjust to all the different terrains that's part of the game of golf. And that's why this brush drill is so important, because if you get a lie like this, and if you can't brush next to the ball, you're going to hit a bad shot. Same way if you get one of these lies. So when you get in there, and a lot of the pros do this, by the way, and I don't even think they really know what they're doing. They think they're loosening tension, which they are. They're feeling the club shaft, how flexible it is, the overall weight, the head weight. But the one thing you're doing when you do that little half swing brush is you're figuring out where the ground is. And I cannot tell you how important this drill is. Again, if you can just brush it, you can almost come quickly into it then and just brush it right off there. You just brush the ball right off the ground, and you don't have to worry about chunking it and making yourself look like a chop, and and don't embarrass yourself if there's a bunch of people around. A lot of times when I'm chipping over a bunker or chipping over a lake or hitting a 9-iron, so I'll just get in there quickly, do my brush. If I'm a little nervous, I'll just get in there quick and just go ahead and make that same swing, and I know I'm not going to chunk it in the lake or chunk it in the bunker, and that is really, really comforting, let me tell you. So again, try to swing level, and the more you do this brush, the beauty of it is if you can brush the grass, you'll get rid of this kind of swing action, and you'll get rid of this upswing action, because you're not going to be able to brush where the ball is. So a lot of times practice with a tee if you want, and make a line if you can. Make a line on the grass, and what I do is with that line there, let's say the line is right in this area, is I'll brush going away just a little on this side of the line, and then when I come down I want to brush on that other side. See how that divot started right on the line and went afterwards? So if you can do that little drill, that'll really help you big time. So just remember, if you can't brush, you can't play. This is the Johnny Miller brush drill. I've been doing this since about mid-70s. I think I basically invented this drill, and if I'm playing in a tournament or hitting in front of people who are a little bit nervous, this is the most important thing that I can do in the shot, no doubt about it. And here's what I do. That's the reason why I call it brush. You don't do this on the course, but you can see that line right there that I've just created. So when you come into the shot, the line won't be there, but what you want to do is set up on the line, take it up, come down, and hit on this side of the line. As you can see, that's the pro side of the line, this side of the line. Obviously,
if you're hitting back here, you're going to hit a terrible shot. The secret is to come in there with the handle on this side of the line, the top of the handle, and then your brush will be right on that side of the line. See that perfect brush right there? So again, you got to make the lead, then the brush, and if you'll do that, it'll give you that C word, not choke, but confidence. And that's why I do the little brush, and then when I get into it, after I've made a perfect brush on this side of the line, I'll come in there almost quickly and hit the ball with the brush. Here's where a lot of players are. The reason why you hit behind the ball or don't get the divot where the ball is or pass is that you'll come down and you only lead about this far, which is about that far behind the line, and that's where your divot will be. So wherever the handle sort of apexes and stops, that will be your divot. So if you want to hit on this side of the line, you got to lead, then you get your divot on the pro side of the line. So if you can hit the ball flush, chipping it every time, chipping over a lake or water hazard, you just get in there, make your nice brush, and then with confidence almost quickly get in there and hit that ball right on the green. You just know you're going to hit a good shot. If you work on that, and then if anything, shut the face down a little at impact with your lead, you'll hit the ball farther and you'll get that nice crisp strike and a good sound that the pros get.